Today, the aesthetic gods have spoken. We're going to talk about booty gains. So if you are doing these exercises, cranking out reps after reps, but you still yet to achieve the ideal butt that you always wanted, I'm going to give you the biomechanical explanation and also the solutions. Stay tuned. Anatomy time. Let's take a look at where the gluteal muscle attaches on the pelvis. Here, I have a pelvis model. This is the back part of it. The gluteal muscle actually attaches on here, the sacrum, and then moving up onto the innominate bone, wrapping around the entire innominate bone, and then attaching on the back and side of the thigh bone, the femur. Okay, so now the main actions of the gluteal muscle is actually hip extension, right, moving the thigh bone backwards, and also hip external rotation, moving the thigh bone outwards or externally. Now, in the earlier section of our video, you saw the exercises like our mini band side walks, the donkey kicks, and the hip thrust. They work exactly these two actions of the gluteal muscle. So why do I say that it doesn't work that well? Because they are missing one very important movement. This is called pelvis internal rotation. Okay, so now let's revisit the attachment of the gluteal muscles. It attaches here, wrapping around, go all the way to the thigh bone. Now, when you have pelvis internal rotation this way, it's actually stretching out the gluteal muscle. Think about this. When we are working a muscle from its fully stretched out position and then bring it all the way to its shortened position, we are going to work the muscle through its full range. When we work a muscle through its full range of motion, we are going to work it harder, and also we're going to make more gains, right? This way. So those three exercises that I mentioned just now, your hip thrusts, your donkey kicks, and your mini band side walks, they are basically working the end ranges of the gluteal muscle because there's no pelvis movement. It's just all moving of the thigh bone and going into our end range motion. Okay, so then I have a video that illustrates this point a bit clearer to show you how the gluteal muscle actually stretch out. So this is me wearing this Monster Incorporated underwear. Okay, although it's a bit R-rated. Okay, it's not exactly R-rated, but take a look. When I go into a hinging motion, right, I'm hinging, my pelvis actually has to internally rotate. What it does to this pelvis, right, the glute muscle, it actually stretches it out. Look at Mike Wazowski's face and also Sully's face, right, if you know the characters of Monster Incorporated. As I go into internal rotation, my gluteal muscle actually stretched out. Okay, that is to show that there is pelvis movement when I'm hinging over. Okay, so then this brings us to our first exercise that's going to help you make those booty gains. You guessed it, that first exercise is the good old barbell deadlift. Now, as we hinge and flex at our hip, our pelvis will move towards this internally rotated position that will provide a good stretch on our gluteal muscles. So then when we push out of it, it's going to get our glutes to contract from a fully stretched out position to a fully contracted position. Okay, so on to our next exercise. The second one here is this bended goblet squat to its full depth. In this exercise, the pelvis moves from external rotation into internal rotation and finally back to external rotation at the bottom of a squat. As we push out of that squat, it's going to go through that same sequence of motion. Now, this is a very potent exercise if you're serious about making some booty gains. So, for people doing this exercise, I will always suggest adding a little bit of heel elevation. Use a pair of squat wedges or maybe weight plates to actually elevate the heel so that we can achieve this neutral spine as we descend and ascend out of this squat. So try supersetting these two exercises, starting with the deadlift and then going on to the goblet squat to help yourself or your client achieve the butt that you always desired. Thank me later. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll keep pushing out content like that, and I'll see you the next time.